YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with another tier maker video. This one's for the NFL running backs. Wanted to find a list that somebody already made that didn't have rookies in there. Placing rookies in spots just causes problems. But I did notice Marshawn Lynch was in here. We won't be ranking Marshawn Lynch, but the rest of the running backs will be placing into tiers. We did some of these videos already. I want to do a receivers one before we move on with our normal prediction videos, which we have plenty on the channel already, plenty more to come. And we have a subscriber goal, which we're getting real close on. It's 20K. If you don't subscribe to the channel, we got daily sports videos. We specialize in the NFL, a lot of predictions for the upcoming season, and we have full coverage in season. Checking out our Twitter, we much appreciated there in the bottom right and in the description. Clicking that like button also much appreciated. Let's play some of these running backs in the tiers here. We'll just start at the top here. Pretty sure it's random order. Kerryon Johnson I like a lot on the Lions. He was kind of in and out of games last year, but as a prospect, he was kind of lacking speed, and he looked like he gained a lot of speed, actually, his first year in the NFL. You can see he really worked towards that. I think he can be a great running back. I really do. I think he will be in a couple years. Maybe after this year, we'll be considering him a great running back. I'm just going to put him in that good category. I want to see more. I want to see more of him healthy. Saquon Barkley, second one we're doing here. I'm already ready to put Saquon in the elite category. What he was able to do with the Giants, with the, I don't want to say poor offensive line, because I think the left side played pretty solid. The right side was pretty poor. What he was able to do with that, teams knew that the Giants couldn't really throw the ball, and teams were kind of stacking the box, and what he was able to do and the way he's able to catch the ball. Usually those guys that can catch the ball like that, obviously aren't the biggest guys, can't run in between the tackles as good as a guy like Saquon Barkley. So he's already in the elite category. Maybe you could argue it's a little too early to put in there. Maybe on the safe side, let's see another year. But I'm very confident he'll be in the elite category for this year. LeSean McCoy, it's a tough one because he can't seem to finish the season either, and he hasn't been really the same. I'll put him under good, but it's about as high as I want to put him. I want to see him finish the whole season. I want to, it's been a while since we've seen like the really good LeSean McCoy. Lamar Miller, he hasn't been the same either. He just hasn't been quite the same. Still a solid running back. I'm just going to put him under average for the upcoming season. I think it's almost time for the Texans to find their new guy, whether it's Foreman or, a guy for the future, which could be Foreman. And then we got Christian McCaffrey, who I like a lot. A complete running back. I'm struggling here, which I can't really say he's elite yet, but I do really like him. I'm putting him under great, but I did consider elite for a second there. It's just hard to put elite next to his name quite yet, But McCaffrey can really do it all. He's probably their best receiver, which is super impressive. And then, another team that doesn't have the best offensive line, he's able to do what he does. So McCaffrey definitely under the great category early on in his career, could definitely make it his way into elite after this year, no problem. Melvin Gordon's another one. I really like him. He seems to be getting better and better every single year, and we've seen, him as a prospect, he couldn't catch the ball in the backfield. That was kind of his weakness, and that's kind of where the NFL was heading, and he's really improved on that, and it's been very impressive. Did have the injury last year. He's another borderline one. I'm going to put under great. Elite's a strong word, but he's close. I'm putting him under great. Is that McKinnon? McKinnon for the Niners. I was really looking forward to seeing him in the Niners last year in Shanahan's offense. Unfortunately, he got hurt. I think he's one of the faster backs in football. I think he's one of the better receiving backs in football. For his size, he's pretty strong, can break some tackles. I don't know if he has the best vision. Sometimes he takes on the contact, whether hitting the holes. In terms of running back, we're talking running backs here, not all around, weapon. I'll just put him at under average for now, but he definitely can be good. And then Adrian Peterson, his former teammate. Peterson's a tough one. One of the best running backs of all time. He played really good last year too, but the amount of running backs they got in there, and I think he'll split here and there. So this is kind of predicting this upcoming season and kind of being what they're capable of. He's capable of being much more than an average running back still at his age, but with all those running backs in there, and there's still a risk of him staying. Can he stay healthy for a full season? So I'll put him under average. David Johnson. My views on David Johnson are a little different than everyone else's. I feel very comfortable where I'm about to put him. I know he's capable of more, but I'm putting him under good. He had one elite season. One elite season doesn't actually make you an elite running back. He's also had injuries, didn't play so hot last year. I know there was a coaching situation. The team didn't look too good. The offensive line's pretty bad. So he's going to be much better this year. but I just want to see more from him. I just view him as probably the best of the good group, and we know he's capable of great or even more, but that's where I feel comfortable putting him. Phillip Lindsey. Phillip Lindsey had a great season last year. You just kind of need to see more. He's another one of those backs that can catch the ball in the backfield real good, and for his size can run in between the tackles. I just kind of want to see more. I'm putting him at good for now, but can be great with another season like that. Is that Jordan Howard switching to the Eagles? He was really good for the Bears for a few years. Top 5 in the league in rushing yards, it seemed like every year. But last year he had kind of an off year. I think it was the offense. It's going to be somewhat similar, though, in the Eagles. They got a plan for him, though. But and he could kind of get back to that one of the top backs. But they got quite a few backs they may split with. I just like him with that good category. It looks almost like he lost a little bit of speed over the years, too. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, or maybe it's the lack of reps he's been getting compared to the years where he was, top-notch. But he has capabilities of being, better than good. But that's where I got him. Zeke, pretty easy. I'm going to put under elite. Another one of those complete backs, can run in between the tackles at the same time as, he can catch the ball to the backfield and run outside, a lot of sweeps outside, which he may be one of the better, running backs in football at that. So I think he's definitely under elite category, no questions there. Aaron Jones looks really good. Another one of my sleepers from that draft class that was full of running backs. He looks really good. He's on the field. He has injuries. It's another guy I kind of want to see more from. I'm pretty confident where I'm putting him there. I like him in the good section. But yeah, he's got some potential on him. Leonard Fournette, a very, very tough one here, because Leonard Fournette has the ability and the capabilities of being at least a great running back, but we haven't quite seen that yet. Because he hasn't been on the field. Something kind of going on with him and the Jags, too, at times that we're really, not 100% certain on. It's tough because you can't really say he's been great. You can't really say it, but this is kind of a prediction video, too. I'm putting him under great. I think Leonard Fournette's really good. And I think he's a great running back and actually can be an elite running back. You can see it. He's had his limited carries. Yeah, I want to see more, but I don't need to see more to know how good he is. And I guess with this, I'm kind of predicting him to stay in the game, to get the load. I know they're looking for running backs, so that's what made me, kind of hesitant here. But Fournette, I think this is what he's capable of. I've seen enough. I know I don't go by stats. Stats kind of make you feel more comfortable about what you say about players sometimes. That's what they're there for me at least. This is what he's capable of. Very hesitant to put him here, though, but I know he can play like that. Let's see if he gets the opportunity. This is Ronald Jones. I was a fan of the Ronald Jones pick. Apparently, he couldn't learn the playbook last year, but a whole new coaching staff, a better coaching staff. I think he'll figure it out. I'm going to put him under the average category. I think he's their best running back, and I think he's capable of being more than average, but this is where I got to put him for now. It's almost like he's a rookie. Todd Gurley, another tricky one. All right, we'll use this scenario. Todd Gurley's 100% healthy. He's in the game. He's the best running back in football, in my opinion. That's how it is. But something going on with the knee. I heard he has arthritis. Another thing is, him sitting out of the, it kind of goes into it, sitting out of the playoffs, sitting out of the Super Bowl at times. A little alarming, actually. That's not really a little. It's alarming. And then going forward, what's going to happen? Another thing, they draft Darrell Henderson in the second round. He was, to me, the clear running back 2 in the class, and I think the Rams thought so too. And the Rams, what they did with C.J. Anderson, they just took a guy off the streets, almost like, I know he was in and out of teams during the year, but it felt like they just grabbed a guy off the streets, and he was pretty darn good. And so they know they're capable of doing that. They know they can do that in that offense, but they take Darrell Henderson with the second round pick, a top running back in the draft class. So that's telling me something. And that's telling me that they're gonna really limit Gurley's carries this year, but then the Rams make the playoffs. They'll save him for the playoffs. He'll still make a big impact. With all that said, I can't really put him under elite, even though I think 100% healthy and in the game, Gurley is the best running back in football. To me, it's really no question, honestly. Saquon's coming, though, and then Zeke's right there, but I got to put him under great still. He maybe won't even be great this year, kind of just banking on, because I'm pretty confident they're going to limit his carries big time with them drafting a running back that high, especially in today's NFL. So they got a plan, but I'm banking on them making the playoffs and him making a big impact in the playoffs. Mark Ingram, it's a tough one. He's borderline right here in between good and average. I'm going to put him under average. I think a little bit of a step down this year. The Ravens will split with a lot of running backs. I'm curious to see how he'll fit in that, Lamar Jackson offense. And I just thought Kamara was kind of a lot better than Ingram over the years. I thought they were kind of giving Ingram the ball too much. Not that he was definitely good the past years. I'm just kind of predicting average, maybe a little above average. Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's another tough one. If you remember the pre-draft process, I wasn't high on Nick Chubb in my rankings, but I was predicting him to start his career really, really good, but then it really wouldn't go anywhere crazy, in maybe we'll say like year 4 and above or 5 and above. And I don't know if he would last long. That was kind of my prediction for him. So, he started off really good. I shouldn't say really good. He started off pretty darn good, but they have Kareem Hunt, and I'll still put him under good. At second year, I think his best years will be his early career years. That's what I think on him. So that's where I'll put him. And then Kareem Hunt, is he on this list? No. And then Damian Williams. I like Damian Williams' game last year. Complete back. Smaller guy can catch the ball in the backfield. One of the faster backs in football, was able to run between the tackles. He really fits that offense. He's a good running back. And actually could be more. He was scary good, average above 5 yards a carry, just learning that offense, a little complex offense too. So very impressive. Le'Veon Bell was elite. We haven't seen him in a year. Now at the Jets, a little step down from the Steelers. I don't think it'd take that much out of him, but I think maybe missing a year would. I'm going to put him under great right now. Would want to see more of him. Can't wait to watch him. Marshawn Lynch, we're not going to rank here. James Conner, I think pretty simple one. Put under good. At times last year he looked great. Need to see more. Need to stay healthy. When he came back, he struggled a little bit when he came back, but I'm going to still put him under that good category. Joe Mixon. This is a good one here. I'm throwing Joe Mixon under great. I'm doing it. I'm predicting a great season. Really step up last year. Another complete back and run between the tackles, catch the ball to the backfield. And I like what I see. So I'm putting him under great. Hopefully he stays healthy. I think that's where he'll be if he's healthy this year. We got Chris Carson. Chris Carson had an excellent year. A lot of running the ball there. And they can use Penny a little more. They may try to throw the ball a little more than they did last year, which they kind of needed to. But they had the best running game. Big reason Chris Carson. So I don't know if he has as good of a year, but he's still a very good back. Another one of my sleepers from that same running back class. That was my favorite running back class. I got Marlon Mack coming up too. And then Kamara was from that class as well, who was really high on my board. Freeman's got to complete his season. Freeman is, if he's 100% healthy, he was almost considered elite at one point, but I'd probably put him under great. But, it's been a while since I feel like I've seen him really play a game for a consistent amount of games a year. I'm going to put him under good. He's better than that. He's capable of more than that, but that's where I'm putting him until he shows me more. Kenyan Drake seems to be getting better, not by a crazy amount each year, but he seems to be getting better. I'm gonna put him under average. That's where I feel comfortable. Marlon Mack, who I like a lot, I think he can make his way to great, but I'm gonna put him under good right now. And then Soni Michele, man, another one. I really like Soni Michele. I'm putting Soni Michele under great. I love his game. Another complete back, I think. One of the better backs at breaking tackles in this league already. And I think he was, I really think he was a Super Bowl MVP. You say they didn't score enough points, but he kept drives alive. He helped them pin the Rams deep. And not just about that game, even before and after he came back from a serious injury too. What he's able to do. This is an NFL back. I love watching this guy. The only reason he's not great going forward is because they're splitting too much with other backs. They did draft Damian Harris, but Soni Michel's the real deal. For the Patriots to draft running back in the first kind of shows that too. I like where he's heading. I think he's already going to be a great running back. I think maybe the other guys on the list are definitely higher than him, but I still think he's better than the backs below him. Guys like David Johnson, if he gets back to where he was that elite season he had, then definitely he's better. Freeman, if he stays healthy, then definitely it's just a lot of doubt there. Dalvin Cook, another one. He's kind of right there with Joe Mixon. Dalvin Cook needs to show me he could stay healthy, though. I think the Vikings were playing it safe with him last year. And then when he came back at the end of the year, wow, he looked really, really good. Another complete back, too. But he just needs to show me he can stay healthy. I think he's on the brink. If he's healthy this year, I think he will be a great running back, but he's under good. Kamara, another complete back that should be used a little more to be elite, and I think he will be used that amount this year and will be elite. So I'll put Kamara there. He's not as good as Barkley or Zeke, but he's still elite, still better, and these guys can do more. One of my favorite players in the league. Probably because he was one of my biggest draft hits. But a complete back. Love the way he can get downfield and catch the ball. Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's an easy one. I put Derrick Henry under great. They need to continue to feed him the ball. He needs to be their feature back. And I think we think it every year, but I think the Titans finally will do that with him this year. And he will be great. He's one of the harder backs to bring down and has pretty good speed for his size, and we see what he's capable of when he has the ball in his hands. I put him under great. And then to Ree Cohen, kind of going back to what I was saying about McKinnon. This is a running back. It's a little different, though. McKinnon actually runs the ball probably more, but we haven't seen him. But they're both weapons. They're both really dangerous. They're both really good receiving backs. But this is our running back rankings group. I want to say Ree Cohen averaged somewhere around 6 to 7 carries last year. So running back rankings, I'm putting him under average. Definitely an excellent, if this is like football players list, then he's definitely higher. It's just they're running backs. So that's where I got everybody. I didn't put anybody under the decent at best category. If I had the rankings, I will do rankings a little closer to the season of how players will be for the season. But people will be upset with me if I didn't rank them probably. I'm gonna put Barkley at 1. I'm gonna keep that how it is. Again, if Gurley is 100% healthy, I just think they're really going to limit him this year. I'm going to put – this is tough here. I'm gonna go like this. This is what I'm going to do here. Fournette will go here. It's tough because Todd Gurley – I'm going to keep it like that. And then for the good category, I think we'll bump David Johnson up. I think we'll put Freeman up here. Dalvin Cook. I really like Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack's me right here. Phillip Lindsey. Let's see. I really like Kerryon Johnson too. LaShawn McCoy just hasn't shown me a whole bunch over the years. I think Damian Williams. We're going to put Damian Williams up here. Chris Carson, I don't know if has. We're actually going to move Connor right about here. Chris Carson. Right there. That's what I'm feeling for that group. Could flip these like Aaron Jones if he stays healthy. And then the average, we're gonna go a little something. Yeah, the Redskins are gonna split a lot of running backs here. Trying to think. McKinnon. We're gonna put Ronald Jones at the end. In terms of, I think it's tough. I like that list. I like it. We'll go more in depth about the actual rankings a little closer to the season for every single position groups. We'll rank teams based on their offense, defense in the future too. A little closer to the season, we're gonna rank maybe duos, best units in football, all kinds of fun stuff. This weekend, I keep saying it, but if you know, I did my predictions for the season, record predictions, division predictions, basically, and then playoff Super Bowl. This weekend, we got 3 other guys on the channel, 3 other guys that know their stuff. We're gonna start working on videos for each division, their division placings. Once we get through all the divisions, we're going to get their playoffs and their Super Bowl. So that we're going to start recording that, working on that this weekend. So those are coming soon. I know other people want to see other perspectives. And that's what makes our channel so unique, I think, is that we got so many different types of predictions. Some people don't agree with me. Maybe they agree with them. Maybe the opposite. So that's one of my favorite things about this channel, about our channel here. So hopefully you can join us for all that. That's coming. But that's going to do it for this one. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks for the support. It's been awesome. But goodbye for now.